Okay, Robin is almost here. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Robin's almost here.
Yeah. I mean, some point.
Yeah.
If you folks would be so kind as to stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to the April 2nd, 2024 official Canvas meeting. I know we have a lot of public here. We usually have public comment. I'm hoping not all of you have a comment. We're anticipating that this process from beginning to end will take roughly 2 hours. Just to give you a feel for it and so forth. Part of it is only going, we think will be down to more like an hour, but we have other business to conduct. And so forth, and we're minus one board member, she is arriving. And because she had a bit of travel and the roads aren't as good as they might be on other days. So we're going to go through the part of our agenda just to do some of the minutia and so forth. Typically we're looking at, for the board purposes, our bills. So I don't know if any of the board members had questions about them. pretty straightforward. Apparently I'm replacing Charlie Wentz, so I see my name this down for my there. So do I have a motion to approve as presented? Do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Correspondence. Obviously, we received some of this earlier.
Yeah, the first directive, the 2024-03, is the directive that covers this election. So that will affect second place for 2029. We also received in the 2024-04, which is our annual expense report of expenses of the board that is due in May. And so that's a directive covering what we have to report in the report. And that's from last year's expenses.
Right.
And then we had a memorandum 2024-02, which is the organizational meeting of both political and political party central.
Right. That, of course, followed the primary
Right.
election results and so forth. So I think time begins to start with us.
From after we make it official.
Right. Okay.
And there's copies of all of those for me.
Right. And I know the minutes were reviewed. There were some corrections.
Yes, they're going around, Chair.
Right. Well, just so I have a motion to approve it. And then a second.
So
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye, opposed, passed. Thank you.
I'd like to make a point of clarification, Mr. Chair, that there's an additional $40 that will be paid out for the poll worker pay. I neglected to pay 2 poll workers for their training. So I've talked to the poll workers and we're just going to be able to add them on to the June 11th special election.
Oh, okay. So you've already worked that out.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Never.
All right, well, the business at hand is to conduct the official canvass. So I'm going to turn it over to our director.
And what I thought we'd do first is we'll go through the provisional ballots. And just for anybody, provisionals are if a person, the majority of them will be a person has moved within the county or from outside of the county and didn't update their address with this in time. Our deadline is in fact. So that's the majority of what would be there. There are a few people that didn't bring ID with them when they came to vote. So some of those people cured that, they brought in their ID within 4 days and some people did. So we'll kind of go through those as we go along. And we'll say, you know, what the categories are.
I would imagine most of you are not familiar with our process. The board, we have the paperwork that contain the names that are on the envelopes. But we give them either a number or some type of letter identification. Because in the history of mankind, occasionally there'll only be one absentee or one provisional. And you could identify that person to the public, and that might cause a problem. You know, not picking on anybody, but say I were running for sheriff and my wife decided to vote for one of the other people, and it turned out she was the only one in that precinct who voted. I'd be able to tell that by comparing the number from election day with the number today. And I'd go, gee, my wife didn't vote for him. Might cause a problem during dinner, I don't know.
And then this will be the report that you'll look from.
Right.
In this first group will be towards the back of the. This is the group that will state the status failed to provide ID. So it's actually the middle page. which starts there at number 55.
55.
Yeah,
So why are we starting there?
that's just how I have it in there.
Oh, okay.
So we're just doing it in order.
Okay.
Steps here.
So these are,
Actually, and these are one of our smaller groups too. We'll probably do the largest group.
Right.
so these are the ones, and we notify each one of these individuals.
Yeah, we do not notify.
We don't notify the
No.
failure to
But
provide
they will
ID.
be registered now for future, or well, they'll be,
Well,
they're already registered with this, but they just didn't find an ID, and that we do not contact.
we don't contact them.
No, not for provisional.
So they're given notice at the provision.
At the-
envelope.
yeah.
At the time of
At the
the,
polls.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's,
That they have to bring in ID within 4 days.
okay.
So is there are,
This is the failure.
some of these people here, some of these people did not. This first group is for people who did not. And they're all listed in the same group, so you'll have to break them out, by their number.
So is that ballot number 55 through 71?
No,
No,
it's not, yeah, this will be like.
Yeah.
Like number 90, number 40, number 60.
But we're doing it by the 55.
Okay,
We'll do it by that.
so it is 55 to 71.
Yeah, that's.
And it's the, you want the green number that's written on it.
60.
Yeah, just
What are we doing?
skipping out loud, 55, 58, 60.
Then 64. 68. 70. 71.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, I mean, that prices, but
60, 64, 60.
7, 8. I had 8 envelopes.
Oh, then we're missing.
I only have 7 items.
What is it, 69?
59.
59,
59, okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
and these were
Then I'll
not
pass these
your
down.
Yeah,
ballot.
these are
Right.
people that either did not provide ID at the time of the polls, or they had an ID, but it was expired.
Right.
And they did not bring anything back into us to do
Right,
that.
and you'll see that on each envelope
Okay,
as you go through. And again, the cure date, again, if you're not familiar, is 4 days. There was a time when it was 7 days. And the legislature shrank that from 7 to 4. So that's the cure time that we have to work with.
So what's wrong with 16?
License expired.
54. So that's, we didn't talk this one.
This one.
So this is different.
This is 60 provided.
Okay,
Oh, right, okay.
60.
Here's what I have. You provide yours.
But that's not a driver's license.
So no ID.
So no
basically.
ID.
No ID.
It's not a state ID number.
No.
So this is.
It's not, I'm sorry.
It's kind of conflicting.
That is, isn't it? So I.
Unless you just took his word, it's not expired. It's been-
The poll worker that wrote that,
Yeah,
that's not an
Right.
ID number. So you wrote the wrong number.
so in effect, he has no idea.
Did you look at it without the C, the 182385330, and that didn't work either?
It
There's
has to
two
be, it
different
has to be
numbers.
2 letters and 6 numbers.
Right,
There's 2 different numbers on your driver's license,
Right.
state ID,
Right.
and a lot of people confuse which one is actual.
But this is neither.
Right, it's,
Well, that's not what we had on record.
So that's 5492.
I could have them put it there, yeah, or we can. Right, there's eight, right? Check it, that's true.
Megan could come.
Yeah. There's eight.
Alright, so I'm gonna make a motion that we reject, ballot numbers 55, 58, 59, 60, 64, 68, 70, and 71 for failure to reduce the ballot ID.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. All right.
I can do these.
Those ones we can just keep here.
Yeah,
These are people who, also did not provide any ID at the polls or had expired, but they did cure
Sure.
theirs. They got in, a copy of their driver's license within. So.
Should be the rest of.
And they're gonna be in this group.
Yes,
Should
I'll
be
be in that same
56.
group, starting at 56.
Okay.
57, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66, 67, 69,
7, 8, 9, I count 9, right?
can you give me the?
so this should be approval, so we can get started.
Also.
I move that we accept ballots 56, 57, 61, 62, 63, 65, 66, 67, and 69.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Passes. So those 9 will be. Go.
We'll be back now.
Thank you.
Okay, this person. You're unsure of what's, this was a voter who went to the fairgrounds to vote. But somehow when their name was chosen in the office. Oh, sorry, this is, it's number,
72.
72.
they find one that- It's in the one up above it, it's number 54,
Okay,
and the voter already voted. So they, went to their polling place to vote on election day. And it said if the poll book that they had already voted. Well, what happened was someone else came in here into the office to vote. And this person's name was chosen incorrectly.
Oh, that's
So that
like.
person who voted in the office voted under the incorrect name.
So we
That we
can't
were able to tell
identify the
based on-
first.
Yeah, no, we were able to tell both voters based on signatures.
Oh,
So we can correct it, but we just have to wait till after you guys vote on it to
So
correct
this
it in our
person did
system.
not actually vote.
They did not vote in the office. This
Okay.
person who was listed on the provisional did not vote in the office.
Okay,
But was incorrectly chosen.
by
when
somebody else.
Somebody else came in to vote.
So our records were wrong
Right,
at the time of the vote.
right.
But it's since been corrected.
we've since corrected it.
We're waiting until after the day to be to
Okay.
correct it,
Well, yeah.
but it'll be corrected.
And what ballot number is that?
50.
It's number 54.
50? I thought you said that was a fairgrounds. It says water.
Well, they voted at the fair. The voter who was the correct vote, the one that was chosen incorrectly here in the office, they voted the fairgrounds. The person who it was chosen wrong, they live in the waterfronts.
I'm up here looking.
Or whichever, I'm not, I was gonna say, I'm not sure.
However
which one it
it
was.
Okay.
But here it says-
But this person did not vote ahead of time.
Right, the person
So
whose name
this is a
on the-
correct vote.
Yes, the
All right.
person whose name is on the provisional did not vote early.
All right. Yeah. Right. Well, yes.
So we went back through records from the office, to verify who the correct voter was, so they can both make.
All right.
So it has, on the post-it note that's on it, you can see the name of the person who actually came into the office. We'll get credit.
So that's all been corrected on our
Well,
internal.
we have to wait till after today.
But I mean, after this, it'll be all
But it'll
good.
be fixed, yeah.
That's kind of funky because it's not like they moved to the city.
No, then, I'm not sure what happened.
Okay, whatever.
Right, need a motion.
I'll move to accept ballot 54.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed, passes.
This person, this will be. It's in the same group, it's number 53, so it's the one just above the one we did. This person came into the office to vote. And was checked in properly under the right name. He became angry that a candidate that he wanted was a presidential candidate. Was not on the ballot he chose. So he became angry and just left, stormed out of the office. And never voted. While he was here, he did not vote, no ballot went through the scanner for him. So he decided on election day to go to his polling location and vote.
But he has been through ours first, the front
Right,
system.
he showed in the poll book as having voted because we checked in,
But he didn't actually
but
vote.
he did not actually put a ballot.
Okay. All right. Got it.
He came into the office, voted, did not.
Well, he did
No,
not
he came in
actually
to vote,
vote.
but didn't vote.
But didn't vote.
Right.
Did he then go to the,
Yeah, so he went to his polling place to vote.
Didn't
did a
vote.
provision?
Yeah, because he was checked in already.
It shows that it's happened.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
No. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Great.
Right, so I'll make a motion that we accept ballot 53.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passes.
Yeah, a very unique situation. This next voter is number 49 in the same section that we're on.
Okay.
And this person came into our office and did vote here in the office, did run a ballot pretty standard. But then also went to their polling location on election day.
And attempted to vote a second.
So the poll workers have to vote. We've not spoken to the person. I don't know if they were confused. Or if this was something that would have been done on purpose. They are an older individual.
Yeah.
What ballot number, I'm sorry, Mamie?
It's number 49
49, and this person voted in the office, but then also voted.
on election.
Individual.
We have to, don't we? You have a choice.
No choice, but we can send the note on.
Yes.
Birthday.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's what we. I vote that we reject 59.
Second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed, passes. And pursuant to our statutory obligation, that's one that we forwarded to the sheriff's office. Although I did note for the staff, please make sure you put a note about the date of birth.
And these next three ballots are in the same section, number 50, 51, and 52. These people requested an absentee ballot by mail, but did not return.
So no, none was sent back.
Right.
So-
We never
so-
received a ballot.
So we
back.
can accept these.
Ballot numbers again, sorry.
50, 51, and 52. And everything else was good, they had ID, all that stuff.
Yes, everything else was provided properly.
I'll make a motion that we accept ballots 50, 51, and 52.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passes.
These next two are on page, the third page of your report, so the last page. Number 79 and 80. And these two people, one of them was an in-office vote, one of them was a polling location vote. And they were provided the wrong ballot. It was the correct one for their polling location. So it's like what we call red church wrong. So it's the correct ballot for the polling location, but the incorrect ballot for the piece of land.
So we'll have to remake these.
Yeah, so we can remake it with just changing, it would be the central committee.
All right. Other than that.
Okay, correct ballot, but
Central, okay.
Right, correct, yeah, we call it right church.
Right.
Correct ballot,
Or, no, wrong ballot, the right.
Correct
polling
poll,
location.
wrong ballot.
wrong ballot, correct.
Polling
location.
location.
So we can accept those and remake them.
Right.
All right,
Yeah.
so moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes. So they'll be done, but remade,
Right, with the correct ballot location.
right?
So what was the big system?
Yeah.
Remake.
And the next group, this is your last grouping on that same page, starting with number 81. These are people who are not registered to vote. They're not registered anywhere to vote in the state.
But
They went after,
they will be
today,
once
they will
we
become
process.
registered.
So now they will.
They will be going forward. A few of them had previously been.
I was just gonna ask, have they
Yeah,
been previous and then
Were deleted from non. Or there might have even been one that was deleted from a parsonage. For a felony conviction, and then did not be registered before this.
How many are there?
Well,
I move to reject 81 through 92.
second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passing.
And then on this, that same page, towards the top of it, under the status pending review. There are the next two ballots, 76 and 78. These people, upon reviewing the information they provided on their provisional envelope, and anything, with any of the information we had here, we could not find a reason why they voted. Workers did not provide us a reason, and then when we go back to ask, and they can't remember why.
But everything was there.
Everything's there and everything matches, they're properly completed, they provided an ID, a driver's license or state ID number on there. So we have no reason
So we can
to know why they voted provisional.
Okay. I move to accept 76 and 78.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passing.
This next group is in the same section, which does go to your middle page for the first number 5. Or yes, 72.
Just one.
Okay, so this will actually go to, it'll be number 72, 73, 74, and 75. These people were registered to vote in other counties in Ohio, and they have moved to Washington County. They did not get their address updated in time before the election, but since they are registered voters, we can accept their address. And they did not vote, we checked with the other county, they did not vote in those other counties. So that includes through, does not include number 77.
Right, I got it. Are they updated effectively?
Yes, so this will register them to vote here in Washington County, and it will, delete their registration.
So. Yeah, I'll move to accept 72, 73, 74, and 75.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed?
On this last one in that group, number 77, the person who was previously registered to vote in Stark County,
Where's this?
but was deleted there due to an incarceration for a felony conviction, and did not had not re-registered there, and had not registered before the deadline, before the deadline for this election. So this will register them to vote now. Because after a felony conviction, they can be registered to vote, but they have to register within the 30 days before again.
So it's number 77.
And this is when they can re-register to vote once they're no longer incarcerated.
Right.
You're saying he did not.
He did not. So this will register for future elections.
So he doesn't have to do any kind of. He doesn't have to ask for, yeah, just that'll take away.
This, yeah, and the
The fact that he was a
provisionals,
felon and he's.
right, re-register anybody. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you were deleted for, register, or if you've never been registered.
So I move that we number 77.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed.
Yeah. This leaves us with our last group of provisionals, which are people who are registered voters and they either change their name and address or change both their name and address. And just didn't do it within time before our deadline. So they are now, this will update their information.
But everything else is good, so we can count their records.
Yes, they properly completed their,
And had IDs and all of that. kind of stuff.
yeah, provided ID, all the required information, signed them. And there are 48 new ones.
And that's starting with what number?
Number one. 1 through 48. And that is the last one, additional.
So what you anticipated?
That's what I was just gonna calculate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I could not.
Hmm.
68. This last 12, but not. Out of this. Six.
Okay, that's in.
Five.
Oh, yeah, I like this one. Two. That makes seven.
Right.
So seven. And I love those two.
She needs got one more.
So far,
Yes, I will move to accept.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passes. I think we have a total of 70 ballots, there are envelopes that will be open. On that group, and then that brings us down to absentee,
Yes.
that's a separate.
So that's a separate list.
Right.
It'll look like, it'll say. The first group in the listing are absentee ballots that we received within the 4 days after the election. And they were postmarked by March 18th. So they have to be postmarked by the day before the election for us to accept. And these are listed number 1 through 7.
And the postmarks clear on all of this.
Yes,
So we
actually,
didn't have to
this
read
time the
any
postmarks-
codes or anything.
Yeah, are clear on all of them. I think they actually are all March 18th.
For those you might wonder, occasionally you'll get something in the mail and there won't be a postmark on it. That's rather difficult for us since we're driven by the postmark. So sometimes they'll have a almost an invisible barcode. And we do have a scanner that reads that. But there are those wonderful occasions where you get none of the above. You just get the envelope. And our history, quite frankly, has been that if that envelope came in with a group that were properly postmarked, we really don't feel like the voter should be punished because the postal authorities' machine didn't work for them. And we have a pretty good idea that they must have postmarked because it came in with all those legitimate postmarks. So we do that, but fortunately, so far, we're batting 1,000, so that's good.
So I move to accept absentee ballots 1 through 7.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passed.
And in that same packet, on the next page, these are people who voted absentee ballots and missed providing information on the envelope as required. I see this as signature. And so they have now, they filled out the form that mailed it to correct that, they were received.
So they're within the cure time.
How many of those?
There are three,
Three.
and these are A, B, and C.
I move to accept absentee ballots A, B, and C.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passes.
Ten.
So that's 10. So
We've got A reading.
And then in the next group, there are 4 ballots, rolls, 1 through 4. These people either did not cure their discrepancy on their absentee ballots, or they did not cure it within the 4-day time.
And unfortunately, we don't have any discretion when it comes to that. It's a finite date. and time.
And these people, we did contact them to let them know that we had mailed them a letter to use to correct it. And so they did it either back in time or I think it might be 2 that they did send back, but they could not.
But they were too late.
Yeah. And the 4-day time period was till Saturday, the 23rd, and our office was open 8 to 5 that day for people to come. As required by law.
I move that we reject Roman numeral 1 through 4 absentee ballots.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passed. So we had 10. So it was 80.
Absentees.
So there'd be 80 ballots that will be putting in through our equipment.
We do still also have some ballots that were voted on election day that need to be counted.
Oh,
There are some for 17-year-olds.
oh, yes.
Organization, which we do need to make sure 17-year-olds are not allowed to vote on the issues or central committee pieces.
So you have to open those up and possibly make the ballots, is that? what you have to
Yes, so
do?
we could remake the ballot if they did vote on those.
Sorry.
There are.
We'll take it back.
6 I don't know.
6.
Because we don't need it here on that.
Yeah, clarified two we have to make.
Yeah, they're doing another one.
Okay.
Obviously, they.
We can only need some.
Yeah, we can do that.
Were the,
Yes, it's passed.
were the 17-year-olds told not to? vote?
Yeah, they're given an instruction sheet, when they go in the vote, and then the poll worker goes instructing the farmers. That they're not supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
You start with that.
They can't vote in the central. Okay. So what do you want us to do? Do you want us to just mark it?
We keep them separate, the ones that need to be made.
Because this one clearly did. So do you want me to write it on the envelope?
You could write it on one.
Okay. Well, let's see, there's more.
Right.
So this,
So it's just, yeah, central committee and the levies for issues.
We're gonna put remade on.
Okay, make it, yeah.
Down the road. That way we'll keep them together.
okay. So
There's an issue.
central committee and issues. Central committee.
Several central.
Yeah. Okay. We won't go there. So that's that go with this one?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just put it back to you.
Yeah, it was on, this one was on the out. Okay. It's on the outside.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Well, they did, it wasn't one thing, it's a good. Well, wait, no, they did.
Yeah, they did, I'm not, yeah.
So they did. You know, with blue on these are really good.
That's all I can do.
Hmm.
See, on this. Yeah. Same thing. This one.
See how they're doing.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything we do, we gotta get sure.
So all three of ours have to be repaid.
Okay,
How many total?
so it'll be, 4 that need remade.
Right.
And 2 that don't.
No.
You all looked out, you had permit needed?
Six.
Good.
They have 1 that needed.
We have one, good, one.
Wires are all.
Two did not vote on those issues for the central committee.
Right.
And then 4 that need reading. Right.
That's all set. Mark well. We'll be done.
Well, they provided through maybe somebody.
And then, this next group,
Well, wait, do you have to call a vote for that one?
oh,
For the
yes,
17-year-old to approve?
Do we have a good one?
yeah, I can just say
The 17.
So make a motion that we accept 2 ballots as presented, and we make 4.
I'll second that.
Yep. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
That's.
No, actually, no. It's good.
just as 2 ballots, from Warren High School. We can see the note that was applied on there. The ballots did not run through the scan. So the ballots have not been counted yet. They were properly voted by voters on election
And they were
day.
properly checked in,
They were properly checked.
with ID and such.
And so what we do is we reconcile the vote totals with the poll book totals for that polling location. And those ballots, we can tell were not counted.
Right.
But they were properly checked.
On vote counted, then our numbers will
Was
match.
matched, correct. The number of voters checked into the number of
So are these
ballots.
auxiliary then?
Yeah, so that we call them auxiliary.
Yeah, as opposed to provincial.
Right.
All right, I vote that we accept and run these two ballots.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes. So that's 6 and 2, that's 8. 88. Still
And then, from Newport Elementary School, our home location
So the
there,
rounds are
there's ballots.
Which numbers?
There also, there's two from there.
Which numbers
You know, the same thing around.
Some of those are good, some are
And
not.
our numbers will be correct upon.
Yes.
Through.
A, these are the absentees that.
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
This is
Get
new.
the absentee, hold on. A, B, and C we accept,
So that's like,
so that's that. We rejected Roman numeral 1 through 4. Is that,
This is part of it. There's the one, sorry.
Yeah, these are rejected, there's 4 of those. Rejected.
okay, you got that, and those are rejected.
Yeah.
All right,
One on, as long as you know what you're saying.
okay.
All right.
Those are Newport.
This is Newport, same thing. They were put in an auxiliary bin. When you check our numbers, we're off by the 2.
Off by 2.
Once
there they
they're
are.
put through, our numbers will match
Okay.
from the poll book and the scanner system.
Move to accept the 2 paper ballots from Newport.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, passes. And
and the last one of these, auxiliary bin, this was one from the fairgrounds, that is the same, thing, it will balance us out there. It was not,
Didn't
they
scan.
were, well, yes, and they wrote no selection on the ballot, so the voter chose to vote a ballot and not vote for anyone.
They ran.
Oh, so they
the ballot.
ran.
but it didn't go. yeah,
Yes,
that's
so
why I
it gives
went on
you,
the
if
auxiliary
anyone
bin.
does that, it does give them an error message on our machine, on the scanner. So that's probably why they didn't run it through the scanner, and the voter chose not to, they could choose to soil the ballot and then re-vote another one. Apparently they chose not to do so.
Okay, so this was found in the auxiliary bin of the scanner. There was
But we-
no votes on it.
But we need to
But we
scan
need
it
to run it
to
through.
make the
so
numbers
that's
match.
This is our poll book.
to make our numbers match.
Paragraph.
So out of curiosity, will it show that this person voted?
Yeah, they will get credit for voting on the voter.
Maybe that's what they want.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah,
So we need to vote to scan. Is that basically it?
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I vote to scan the no selection ballot from fairgrounds.
Second.
any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, passes. Passes.
It is not.
Well,
And then we have one last ballot. This was somebody who had a medical emergency after the close of time to request an absentee ballot by mail. And they were placed in a nursing home, and they were not gonna be able to be out. So we were not able to mail them an absentee ballot, so a bipartisan team of board employees voted the person at the nursing home. And so that just needs added to our election day table.
and all the materials here on the separate sheet.
Right, they have to complete a form,
Right.
stating, affirming that they did have this emergency happen, and we're not able to, they plan on voting at the polling location. And we're coming into the office, but we're not able to due to the medical emergency.
Conservation Day. That was before, yeah, that was the week before, so, yeah. So that's fair.
And our,
Yeah,
deadline to
maybe.
request an absentee ballot is 7 days before the election, which was, I believe, the 12th.
I vote to accept the nursing home ballot.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes. That do it?
Yes.
So
So we need to make 6.
Okay. And so that is all of the ballots for us to vote on.
We just need to remake 6, right?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
and we're doing our long-standing practice with the Lord first.
Definitely.
Stipend. It's been 4, correct? 4.
Yes. What we, the next thing that's on our agenda there was a stipend for our, people that are our election, equipment delivery crew that deliver all of the election equipment to the polling locations. We have previously done a stipend for them, it was $400 a piece as an extra pay because we don't pay them much per hour. And so 400 is what you've done in previous elections.
I move,
Yeah.
I move to approve the stipend.
Thank you.
I have to abstain.
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
that's true.
That's
Second.
right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, passes.
Who's marked it? I abstain.
Yes.
Yes, I will. Robin abstained because her daughter was home.
God bless her. Big time. We've been very fortunate with our folks who assist us on the election day and so forth. As well as I know there are a number of law enforcement folks. We've really appreciated the law enforcement present at our voting locations in the area. Because frankly, we've had a time where calling up folks, they're reluctant to want to go work in this particular atmosphere. And so there's a real safety feeling when they come to work, if you will, and they see the presence of law enforcement or they know law enforcement's going by. We've always appreciated the presence of law enforcement when we're doing the ballot collection here, because anyone, Peggy, you were here a long time, it's black, it's dark. And it's very helpful to have law enforcement here. And again, it gives all the folks a sense of security that we're gonna be able to take those. Again, a lot of it's electronic data and so forth out and get it in and get it counted and so forth, so that we can start, providing you folks, the electorate, the citizens here, what are the election results and so forth? How are they, going as we get this group in and then we post it and post it and so forth. So frankly, certainly as just a member, I was very pleased with everything that happened for the most part with our election. Yeah,
I'm going to
Yeah.
as well.
yeah,
we recess?
everything has to be done by bipartisan team. We have rooms that are locked. You have to have an R key and a D key to get in. Then we have a cage. If you like to go in the cage, we won't allow you in the cage. You'd be in trouble if you try to go in the cage. That's for a very select group of people. But again, needs an R and a D. So can we go into recess? Great.
So moved.
Okay.
So second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Can we kind of put pause and stop?
Yeah, can you pause this?
And, if you wanna mark
Yeah,
those
you-
up.
Thank you. Okay.
Did any of you?
And you made those other comments?
This is everything.
This is everything.
We're making copies for any of you that would like them. I'll be bringing them out.
Oh, that was on the central committee, not, this one. I mean, this one looks like it's going to be. Well, those. Yeah, but it didn't change, she said.
Obviously. Yes.
Yes. This is really eerie.
We need to come back in from recess.
So this is.
Yeah.
It's on. Yeah, the recorder is on.
Right, just a motion to go out.
So I make a motion that we, come back into session
At 6:39.
I'll second that.
5:39.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes. We have our results. Obviously, we haven't looked at each one. We have, however, looked at probably the one most folks are here for. And the results for Mr. Noe were 5,468. Mr. Warden, 5,489. It would appear as though the difference, I believe, is the same as before. All of the numbers went up. And we had 150 people who did not decide to vote on that particular election, called an undervote, and so forth. We quickly did a calculation and determined that the difference for purposes of automatic recount would be 55 ballots. And so 21 is within that number. And so it's an automatic recount pursuant to statute. We have to set that basically after the expiration of a 5-day period where we have to give notice and so forth, although that can be waived if it's done in writing, but it has to be done by the candidate, both candidates in this particular case. Otherwise, we're going to schedule it. And I think we, in anticipation of just doing other work, we have our regular date, am I correct?
Our next
the 10th.
regular scheduled meeting, 10th, the second Wednesday.
Right. So. And based on your understanding, would the 10th work for the staff?
It does work for the staff. I would need to make a check to make sure we can have, our vendor to be here.
Right.
They will.
So,
Yeah, we've been talking.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess we're good to go.
So April 10th?
April 10th. And we'll have to look and see, because there were one or two other elections, it seemed like we were thinking could be close. And so we just have to run that through. You basically take the number of votes for that election,
That brings,
and then you multiply that by 0.005 and you get a result. And then that informs you of whether you'd have a recount. So in some of these that are very small numbers, the number is 1. So forth, because it's actually giving you a percentage lower than 1, so. Otherwise it'd be a ton.
right.
So, looks like we're gonna schedule that currently now for April 10, and what time do you think we should start recess?
It's fun. We have people start at 8:30. 8:30.
can we start at 8:30?
8:30?
I'm gonna come back maybe around 4.
Well, yeah, you'll probably have a better idea as you're going through. So forth.
Now, is it our understanding that with this being a recount, we then don't have to do the audit? This is counted as an audit of the election?
And that's what I read, we will need to review that.
Yeah, we're gonna confirm that.
Yeah, because our recount's only on one
Although-
race, whereas an audit is,
I
don't know.
I believe we read that, but
Okay.
we'll confirm.
Verify, yeah.
Because we're gonna run out of daylight. We've got too many deadlines.
But you do need to certify the,
Yes, we're going to. I would just tell the staff. I think, am I correct that the board is of the opinion that we're going to recount all of the ballot?
Yes, we're gonna do 100%.
Okay. I know that statute says 5%. But here, we want 100%. So it's gonna be a busy
it
time.
could be a long day, yes.
So, okay, I don't know, if anyone else on the board had questions or anything, or are we prepared to go ahead and certify the official and? Great. Do we have a motion and second?
I'll move to certify, the results as presented at
45.
5:45.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes.
Oh, do we have to do something special to certify the state rep?
There are certificates, for you to sign for the winners.
Okay.
I did not do, for Central Committee yet, but for every other race.
Well, I mean, do we have to officially accept Megs and Athens for the state 94?
Or is our certification?
They're certified, we don't have to.
Oh, so we don't have to
We'll add
certify,
our
okay, all
photos.
right, okay.
That's fine.
And then there is a certificate for you to sign that you were approved the result. And then I will have some more certificates for the levies that I'll need your signature. So we go get those when we.
Not to everybody, but.
We do have some copies of the results, if anyone would want any, I'm gonna set them outside.
Are you reading it? Okay, I can talk to them. Okay. Okay.
Oh, you want my list?
Yeah, where's your list? I have it.
This is, these were ones.
Yeah, there's another.
Okay, so we accepted 48, well, they're different budgets. 70 total. 70 total of the projected 8, 9.
There were 22.
22, provisional. Yes. And then.
There were 10.
Mhm.
Absentee approved.
Yes, and 4 rejected, right? 4 rejected.
I know those policies.
We accepted all of them.
Accepted all of those, I think it was 6.
There were 5.
Thank you. Yep, no problem. Okay, support.
Voted.
State figure.
I would recommend.
Oh, yeah.
It's gotta be.
I think you're right.
You're right, yeah.
Jimmy, would you like to go ahead?
No.
No?
Right.
Okay.
There's one more.
Yes.
She's been.
Trying to get it all straight.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, sign both of those. You can't sign it.
I'm sorry, this is group don't hear about that.
Gotta do that.
What's that?
We did not sign these.
Thank you.
Yes. Right, just, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Close up.
Yeah, we have, you have,
We have to wait.
you have to wait until the recount. Okay. Yeah, I think we can adjourn. There's no other business.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are adjourned.
We are adjourned, folks.
Yes.
Or not. That's what happened tonight. Hey, Cameron, your issue went.
Do you guys need a FedEx account number to send that up there? or,